everyone, my name is Olga. Welcome to my channel, and here I'm just sharing my thoughts on about everything and anything. And if you like this type of content, please hit subscribe. I will be very glad to see you here. So in today's video, I just want to tell you about the 5 things that I've learned from my partner. We've been together for over 9 years. We met a very long time ago in St. Petersburg, where I lived back then. And Daniel was there on holidays, and then we had 2.5 years long distance. And then we moved in together in the UK, and then we moved here about 1.5 years ago. And we come from very different backgrounds, culturally, economically, mentally, about everything. Like opposite sides of the world, pretty much. And there's lots of things that we do differently. I don't think any of the things that I'm mentioning today is something that Daniel sat down and be like, hey, Olga, I'm going to tell you how to do this, and I'm going to teach you things. No, of course not. But I just observed how he lives his life, how he makes his decisions, etc., etc., etc. And this is what I kind of picked up along the way. And I'm quite happy that I did, by the way. Number 1 is just being more relaxed in general. He's quite a chilled guy. He doesn't stress too much. And usually it's like, well, if I can't do anything about it, so I'm not going to stress about it. And when we first met, I was like, what do you mean you're not going to stress about it? Like, I come from human rights. Of course I stress about everything. He doesn't. And yeah, I've learned to be more relaxed. I can't say I'm like 100% relaxed. No, I'm still quite a bit of an overthinker and very much involved with all sorts of things. But I am more relaxed than I used to be, for sure. Number 2, which kind of links back to number 1, is I got better at resting and taking holidays and going on leave and enjoying my time. And even like things like having a quiet weekend where I'm not doing much or I'm not doing anything at all. So my cultural background is you have to be doing something. If you're lying down on the couch, you're lazy. And if it's a weekend, then you should be out and about, like in the nature or some museum or something, like doing something, doing things. And Daniel's quite happy just like staying at home and chilling. And like chilling is good. And in where I was growing up, like chilling didn't exist. So yeah, I picked up some chilling. I quite enjoy it. I still sometimes feel a bit guilty when I chill, but I'm getting better at it. Again, sort of relating to the previous 2, or kind of linked. I'm getting better at taking sick leave. I'm not trying to be a hero all the time and like save the world. And as my work friend often tells me, like, we work in L&D, there are no emergencies in L&D. L&D is learning and development if you're not from the space. Yeah, we don't have emergencies. No one's going to die if I just take a sick day. So yeah, I'm getting better at it. It's still a struggle half of the time, maybe more than a half of the time, but I'm getting better. And again, it's just something that I've observed Daniel doing. If he's sick, he's sick. He's not overthinking it. He's not thinking like, oh, am I sick enough to take a day off? He's just like, yeah, I'm not working today. And that's it. It doesn't work. And yeah, nothing has ever happened. Like the world didn't end. Not once. The other one, finally unrelated to the previous ones, is cooking something nice just for myself. Again, Daniel does it all the time. He thinks of something he wants, like a special steak or a special sauce for his steak or whatever, I don't know, burger, whatever it may be, cookies. And he doesn't mind putting the effort to cook for just himself. I used to find it super annoying and like, ugh. Like I would maybe make an effort if my friends are coming over or my family's coming over. But if it's just for me, I never used to do that. But I'm doing it more now and I quite enjoy it. And like, honestly, if you're not going to feed yourself well, then why bother, right? Like I love food. And it's nice when it's nice. And the last bit, which is probably the most important bit, so I hope you are still watching, is the finances. Our view of finance is very different. So for the majority of my life, I lived paycheck to paycheck. Like I just was not in a position where I had enough money to have savings and not worry about like, when is my paycheck coming in? Can I afford this or not? And for the majority of the time, my thought process of can I buy something or not was literally, do I have enough money, like in my wallet or in my bank account? Do I have enough money to buy it or not? And do I have enough money so that I still have enough money for food and transport for the rest of the month? Something like that. And when I met Daniel, he wasn't in a position like that. I don't know if he ever was in a position like that. I asked him the other day and he couldn't quite remember. But yet the way he thinks about purchases is completely different. He doesn't think of whether he has money in the bank account to do the purchase. Most of the time he does, unless it's like, I don't know, a super special sports car. But for most of the other time, like if it's, I don't know, a new UTS Lego set or whatever, he doesn't really care. And he thinks about it from the position, can I justify the price? Can I justify the price for myself? Do I think that this item or this experience will hold enough value for myself that I want to spend the money on it? Or do I want to spend that money on something else and I want to keep it in my bank account so I can spend it on something else instead? Is it valuable enough for me or not? And this is how we were thinking about our holidays. Like, where do we want to go? How much money we want to spend on that holiday? And that's how we think about things now. So like holidays, how much money do we want to spend on flights? How much money do we want to spend on our hotels or activities over there, etc., etc., etc. Like, is it worth it? Can we afford a 5-star hotel? Well, we have the money in the bank account, yeah, but do we want to spend that money on a 5-star hotel? No, we're quite happy with something simpler. So it's all about choice, and I really like that perspective that it's not about, do I have the money? It's more about, what do I want to do with my money? And maybe if you're coming from the same background as Daniel, you're thinking like, that's common sense. But it wasn't for me. Maybe it wasn't for someone new as well. So I thought I'd share. And that's really about it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please hit subscribe. I would really love to see you here again. And if you really, really like my content, please, you can buy me a coffee. And that will help me outsource the video editing and get some help with that so that my videos can come out more often. Well, thanks so much for watching. Have a lovely evening and take care. Cheers.